Alright guys, so in this video we are going to talk about the most important element for every sales presentation that you're ever going to make, and that is the opening, or what other people might call the lead. And basically what it is the intro, it's the opening of every sales presentation. And I'll show you or tell a bit about why this is such an important thing. And the thing is, like, your lead or your opening is basically what sets the whole scene for your entire presentation. So that is where you set the expectations, you get people hooked in, you set some kind of promise that keep people watching, and this is really what makes or breaks every entire VSL, because if you can't hook people at the start, nobody will watch till the end. Because if the good part of your presentation only comes 10 minutes in, like, people will not watch that long. That's why you have to push every good thing, every, like, the most important thing of your presentation up to the lead that sets the expectation, sets the scene, and you fold out your big idea, and then, like, people know what they're watching, they know what they are in, and then you move on, like, you bridge on to the meat and the potatoes of your presentation, which is the body. And in order to create a good lead, you need to do four things. You need to, like, if it's a sales letter, if it's in a sales letter or a VSL on a landing page, like, you need to expand on the headline. So you've grabbed their attention with your headline, now you need to expand on it. And the next thing you do is create credibility. So here's where you set up the scene. Like, for example, your big idea could be around like the economy or something like that. Then you use credibility there. You like state the big names who've said this thing and, like, expand on this using credibility. Or if it's about yourself, you state what you are, like, what makes you the thing that or the person that is qualified to teach people this. And the next thing you do is that you, like, bribe the prospect that is watching. Like, you have this big promise that all, like, the big promise that they're gonna get whenever they have watched this presentation, whenever they are, like, going through this presentation. You have to, like, give them a big bribe, a big outcome that they're going to get whenever they go through this presentation. And the last thing is to create an open loop. So one of the key things in every good presentation is to keep having open loops. And if you can do that in your lead or in your introduction, your opening, that's when you hook people to watch the next part, to find this thing out. So basically the structure goes like this: expand on the headline, like, create curiosity, create credibility, and then underneath that you give them this big bribe, this big like, what all this is about, like, what are they going to get out from watching this thing, and or, like, being at this presentation. And the last thing is that you create an open loop, which, like, act as a bridge to your presentation. So you create the open loop and then say, but before we talk about that, you need to understand this, and this. And then in the middle of your body, you talk about the open loop there, like, afterwards. So that is basically the core essence of a good opening. Like, doing these core four things in order to create a great opening, then you're set. Like, it's basically, like, the majority. Right now I'm creating a long form presentation for myself, and that is basically the majority that I've been focused on. It's how can I hook people from the start and get people to, lean in and watch and think this presentation is for me. I have to watch until the end. So, and that's basically also what I do for every other thing, like both my own presentations and for my clients. Like I have this client where I did like an opening scene, like basically the lead or the opening went like this. It's 6:30 in the morning. The alarm is ticking or it's going off, and you lay there in your bed staring at the ceiling, tired. Your body feels like iron, and you have to go to work. What do you do? And then like this sets the scene. People are in this moment right now where they're hooked. They feel like they're in the scene, and this is automatically making them want to watch more. Like, what would I do? I'm interacting with the audience. And that's the key for a good hook. And from then, so just setting the expectation, creating credibility, and then creating this open loop, which creates or acts as a bridge to the body. And when you can master this and really focus on these 4 things and how can I make this the best open ever, like majority of your presentation is already like created. For example, what people say with headlines, whenever you write a headline, like that is 80% of the dollar that you spend whenever you advertise. So use these 4 elements whenever you're creating your opening or your lead for your next one-to-many presentations, and I will guarantee that you will see some amazing results. So take care, peace, bye.